You will have to forgive me for this part of the video. I tried to do a virtual 5K, which is you just kind of walk it on your own and record your time. And I made it a mile. And I am dying. Granted, this is with no prep, and it's because my friends were doing it too. So I wanted to do it, I wanted to participate. I knew I wouldn't do as well as they will, because they're still going. I'm sitting on my friend's porch and drinking my Gatorade. And I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I only made it a mile. But hey, it's a mile more than I would have otherwise, I suppose. And don't worry about this coronavirus. I was well behind everybody else. So I kept my social distancing during this mile walk. It is a little bit disappointing because I thought I would maybe do a little bit better. But hey, it is what it is. But I just wanted to give you an update, and I'll talk about it more when I'm not dying. But hey everybody, it's Kyle here. Welcome back to another video. Hope everybody is doing well during this quarantine. Since we're in the house all the time, it's summer anytime I want. So I guess that's one positive. But as you just saw from my winded explanation, I tried to do a 5K, a virtual 5K. My friends convinced me to do a 5K, and because of what's happening, it got canceled, and they offered a virtual option. Well, it was my impression that the virtual race was going to happen closer to when the actual race was going to happen in September. And then my friend called me last Wednesday. Tina, you have met her previously in other videos. She's like, the virtual race, if you want to do it, like, you can do it now. But if you want to do it, like, today's really the only day that it's not going to rain before the race. And then, granted, this is at 11:30 a.m. So she's like, so do you want to do the race with me, since we can't, like, this is really the only good time to do it? And it's like, so we're like, yeah. So a half an hour later, we get to her house. We don't, she has a walking course that she does for exercise. So we were just going to use that same course. Like I said in my intro, we were walking separately, so I wasn't really concerned about social distancing because we had plenty of space in between us. But you know, we started off, I'm using my brand new M&D crutches, and this is probably the longest distance of walking that I have done so far with them. So we start walking, and at first I'm like, oh, this isn't bad. But quickly, by the first lap, I was like, whew, you know, like, what have I gotten myself into? And I was able to make it a mile. A 5K is 3.11 or 3.12 miles. I made it a mile. I was actually quite proud of myself for making it a mile, because I really did not train for this at all. So I don't know what I would have done for the actual race had it taken place when it was supposed to. Because when it originally got moved, it got moved to September 6th. So I thought, oh, you know, by September 6th, like, I'll have time to really practice and, you know, kind of build up my endurance. And even so, I was like, I'll have plenty of time. Well, then, spur of the moment, I had no time. So the fact that I made it a mile was rewarding, yet also a little disappointing. Not that I really expected to do the whole 5K, just because that's pretty ambitious. But because I've been doing my exercises But that's one thing I've been lacking is cardio, and that proved that got to work on my cardio fitness because I recorded that intro after I had calmed down a little bit. So it was rough, but I'm glad that I did it. Only, well, not only, but I'm proud that I made it a mile. And that's hard to do, for anyone, but for someone that's just trying to build and try to get into some physical fitness, I'm proud that I was able to make it a mile. Um, and will I now suddenly run 5Ks a bunch of, you know, become a lover of 5Ks? I don't think so, but maybe. I mean, maybe the more I get into it, but I'm just trying to be um, in my best physical fitness that I can be. Um, and, I hope that, starting to do some walking or, I'm just trying to add to my exercise routine and change it up and just try to maximize my results. Like I said, my goal, primarily short term, is to be able to hold my niece, and feel confident that I'm not going to drop her while standing. Um, then long term is really for mobility because I'm 25 now, and by the time I'm 50 in 25 years, I still want to be doing well, and that's the thing with CP. You don't know how it's going to affect you. It could stay the same for a while, like it did with me, and then, when you stop taking care of yourself like I did, then things start to go downhill. So I'm just trying to maintain and improve as much as I can. I really don't know what I'm fully capable of. I mean, I don't know how much I will improve. I'm just trying to see, how far I can go. Um, and just as I have been doing my exercises pretty much daily. Sometimes I wonder if I exercise a little too much, so I'm kind of stretching every day and then maybe adding something every other day. I'm just trying to see what works best because I think maybe I became a little too ambitious and was doing, the exercises twice a day. And I think that was maybe a little too much because that's the delicate balance of trying to get enough exercise that's beneficial without being harmful because um, pretty much anyone can over exercise, and over exercising for me could mean the difference between being able to get out of bed the next day and having a productive day or not. And I want to be as productive as I can be. Um, so, but yeah, so I didn't quite make a 5K, but like I said, who knows? Um, it was reassuring that Tina told me her first mile or her first 5K, she did 2 miles. But she's always been a walker, especially with her travels in Spain and everything. So, she was encouraging. And if anyone is, skeptical about if your friends ask you to do something physical like a 5K and you have a physical disability, my advice would be to try it anyway. Push yourself to see how far you can go and see if you want to go a little further. And you never know what you're truly capable of unless you try. Um, and I'm here to bring you on that journey, and I hope you're enjoying it so far. But I will see you next time, and be sure to subscribe. I post a video every Tuesday, and everyone stay happy, stay safe, and be well.